Yeah, there's a chance that we get to the end of this and I've done this all completely wrong, but I think I understand.
Hello and welcome to the Sipcast. It's usually just me and Samuel here. We've had one guest. We got somebody new coming on. He might be a familiar face. I actually used to have a different talk show called On the Hall, and he was a regular. He was actually our Mount Rushmore guy.
That's right.
On that show. And let me just say, it is a privilege and a half to have him here hosting one of our Mount Rushmore episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Anand.
Welcome, Aaron.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me on, guys.
So,
Long-time
Aaron,
listener.
Yeah, Aaron,
First-time caller.
We tasked you with finding a Mount Rushmore and bringing it, trying to mix it up a little bit. Can you go ahead and tell the listeners/viewers what the Mount Rushmore is for this week?
Yeah, so today we're going to be doing the Mount Rushmore of second-tier U.S. cities. So not your Phoenixes, not your Milwaukees, not your Orlandos, the second tier of U.S. cities.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting topic. I'm really excited to dive into it. There's going to be some hardcore memes in this one for sure. Let me just give you a rundown, Aaron, of how we do Mount Rushmores on this show. So normally Mount Rushmores is just you give 4 randoms, right?
Yep.
On our show, we have Roosevelts and we have Washingtons.
Okay.
Roosevelts are our worst of the 4. No offense to Roosevelt.
And Washingtons are the best.
Yeah.
The middle's a little iffy.
Yeah. Your Jefferson, Lincoln, you don't tell us the difference between those.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're about even.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start us off. We give our Roosevelts first usually. And
that makes sense.
The reason that I'm going to give this one first is because it might be first tier. I'm not going to lie. I think it's second tier, but it might be first tier. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Rip City. You know what it is. It's Portland, Oregon, home of Dame Time, Baby Dame, C.J. McCollum. Portlandia is a great show. Fred Armisen. You know, like it's like the most hipster. It's like you have Portland, and then you have Brooklyn, and then some people would even add Chattanooga to that list. Not me, but those are the hipster sounds. Small scene, bike riding. Mm-hmm. What more do I need to say? That's true.
Yeah, it's just granola to the max, right? That's
Amen
all I know
that.
about it.
You're putting that as your Roosevelt?
Well, the reason I put that as my Roosevelt is because
you don't know if it's a second tier city?
Exactly.
That makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Sure, yeah.
All right, sweet. So my Roosevelt, I'm going to go with a city that is actually a capital. I'm going to go with Albany, New York, because most people think, New York City. That's got to be the capital, right? But no, it's in Albany. It's upstate. It's where people go for the summertime. They've got their house in the upstate. It's probably in Albany. Do you know anything that's in Albany?
Or in the Finger Lakes.
It could be in the Finger Lakes or in the Hamptons.
Oh, yeah, you never forget about the Hamptons.
That's right.
Lots of... I don't know why, but when I think of the Hamptons, I think of, like, Louisiana, and I think of, like, super country.
I think of Kevin Durant, because that's where he took his meetings before he went to the Warriors.
Oh, true. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So, Albany, New York.
Albany, New York. Yeah, I don't know much about Albany other than it's the capital. Let's see. For my Roosevelt, I'm going to go with Anchorage, Alaska. Now, this might be lower than a second tier, honestly, and that's why I'm going to put it as my Roosevelt. It holds a special place in my heart because my dad used to live in an area near there. But it's just kind of I think it's the second biggest city in Alaska. The capital, Juneau, is bigger, I believe. So, yeah, it's a place where you can go and get mauled by bears or, just live your life.
Has something for everybody.
Yeah, something for
Yeah.
All right, my next pick, and I'm going to kind of keep a theme of going to the corners here. So we were in Portland, Oregon. That's top left corner if you're looking at a map. We're going to go top right, and we're going to go with my Lincoln Jefferson. to Portland, Maine, which is also a it's a pretty big city from what I remember. There's some
north.
businesses headquartered there. I know Unum, which has a headquarter in Chattanooga. I think they used to have their big headquarters in Portland,
All right.
Maine.
I did not know that. All right.
But there's so much stuff that comes from being in Maine in itself. You get
Portland, Maine.
Yeah, you get your crabs,
Puffins, the bird.
puffins. Yeah, puffins. Isn't there is there a Portland G League team? Is that or is it just the Maine Red Claws?
That's the Maine Red Claws.
Okay, well, they might be in Portland. Who knows?
Probably.
Great spot. I'm sure Portland has a minor league baseball team, though, right?
The Sea Dogs.
The Sea Dogs.
The
There we
Portland
go.
Sea Dogs.
The Portland Sea Dogs. You have a
They're
minor
in love
league.
with the Red Sox.
If you have a minor league baseball team, you're automatically a B tier city.
That is so true. That is so true.
That's a very good defining feature, right there. I like that.
All right, my second pick. I'm gonna go with down south. I'm gonna go to Shreveport, Louisiana. I'm gonna choose that on the basis of Louisiana Tech is there. It's a pretty decent sized college, I'll say. Pretty beta college. I'm pretty sure it's near where Duck Dynasty is.
Oh, really?
Which
Okay.
was
Well, there you go.
I'd say it was a second tier show. It's towards the north of Louisiana.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Which is the second tier part of Louisiana. Just everything about this screams second tier. So I'm going to go Shreveport.
I've never heard of it
I'm afraid
before.
we're gonna get some. We might get some backlash on this episode.
As long as we
from,
don't make Nampa, Idaho, a second tier
Yeah.
city, we'll be fine. Because all
the
of our
Shreveport fans are coming
Yeah,
out
all
of the
those
woodwork.
Shreveport residents,
All
they
of
can
our-
come bring the hate to me.
all of our listeners are from Nampa, Idaho, Aaron.
It's
Okay.
true. Mm-hmm.
So
They're
don't hate on
definitely
them.
Brandon,
first
Brandon.
tier
Yeah.
city, Nampa, Idaho.
All right. For my second pick, I'm gonna go Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Now I'm going with this basically just because I think it's so annoying when every time I type in Chattanooga, it autocorrects to Oklahoma.
Wait,
On like Google
hold on.
Maps or something like
When
that.
I'm trying to find the
when you-
weather.
When you type
Yeah,
in Chattanooga,
weather, perfect.
when you type in Chattanooga, it always autocorrects to Oklahoma.
No, it
I know,
corrects to
I know.
Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
messing around. Like, you
Oh
might
my
be very
gosh.
bad at spelling.
Yeah, the weather is a big one. It looks like the population is about 461 people, so it might
Very
be a
small
little
city.
bit. It might be a little bit lower than a second tier. I'm
Yeah,
finding a theme
But it's
here.
the second tier of Chattanooga's.
Exactly. Yeah, of Chattanooga's. It's the B League of Chattanooga's.
Exactly.
So that'll be my second pick.
All right, and my third pick. I don't really know much about this necessarily. I just think it's funny. And I think I've driven through there. I know there's a beach there, which is pretty cool, right? And that's Hollywood, Florida.
Yeah.
I feel like Hollywood is such a unique name. Like, why would it be the name of two places?
It's on the Gulf, right?
Hollywood? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Is it the kind of city that has like a miniature Hollywood sign that you stand in front of and you're like, I went to
Oh,
Hollywood,
I'm
and
sure.
you zoom
100%.
out and then it has like Florida written next to it.
I'm absolutely no. Like, they just tag Hollywood, Florida, and you're just like, what is this BS?
100%.
And it's like all like the people that are coming from the beach, and they're like, Hollywood. I can't speak to this because I've never been there, but I already
Never
hate
been there
this city, and it's definitely a second tier to Hollywood. But Hollywood isn't a city. Beverly Hills is a city. Los Angeles is
Hollywood's
a
a state of mind,
city.
man.
I
It's
don't
just
know.
a state of mind.
I'm in that
All right, my
Empire
third
state of mind
pick.
with Jay-Z, so
My third pick, I'm going to the Midwest. I'm going to Oklahoma, to the city of Tulsa. Like we said earlier, they've got a minor league baseball team. The Tulsa Drillers is their name. They've got a college, the
Yeah.
Golden Dragons.
they're pretty good at sports too.
Yeah, they're decent. They're not bad. Yeah, just I feel like the Midwest itself is second tier. And of the cities in Oklahoma, which is the most Midwest city, Tulsa is the second tier of those cities.
Yeah, the
respect that.
Midwest is pretty second tier, except for Nampa, Idaho, of course.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm,
Well, I'd
definitely.
say they're not Midwest. They've got to be Northwest.
Ooh, okay. I don't know.
And the
I don't know my
Northwest is just
states.
first tier.
All right, Samuel, bring us home.
All right. For my third pick, I'm going to go with Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Now, this has got a slightly bigger population because I know there's like a ski resort there, I think. But if I'm not mistaken, pretty near there is Kanye West's like huge ranch.
That's right. He made
good
that
place-
music video there.
Closed on
Yeah.
Sunday.
That's right.
With all the Jesus tanks.
That's right.
But yeah, I think it's a cool place, good place to get isolated, get in touch with nature, but also not like if you say, "Oh, I'm going to Jackson Hole," people are like, "Oh, okay."
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like if you have this if you like go to Jackson Hole, it's like you're rich, you know?
Yeah, maybe so.
So,
But
I don't
anyway.
know. If you have a house there, you're rich. I don't know if you're visiting.
Yeah.
All right, my George Washington is a little town in California that's not very little, but compared to the other California cities, I think it would definitely be on the B tier, sadly, and that city is Fresno. And Fresno, the things that I think about when I think of Fresno is Fresno State, home of Devontae Adams and Derek Carr, very dynamic duo, and I also think of the movie Monsters vs. Aliens.
I was just thinking that. Oh my goodness, I was just thinking that.
Does the guy the boyfriend
He's moving to
he's
Fresno.
moving to Fresno, yeah. So
Definitely an A tier movie.
A tier movie
100%.
for sure. If you haven't
A tier
seen
movie,
Monsters,
B tier city.
Yes.
if you haven't seen Monsters vs. Aliens, you need to watch it.
Must watch.
Will Arnett. Who else? Stephen Colbert is in there. Anna Faris, I
Bob.
think.
Bob.
Oh, that's Seth
The
Rogen.
huge lady Susan.
Yes, Susan.
The giant bug thing. Anyways,
Man, that movie's great.
That's what you get when you go to Fresno. You get giant bug things. B tier.
Yeah.
Aaron, bring us home with your George Washington.
All right, my George Washington. I'm also going to be in the West. I'm going with Reno, Nevada. So here's the thing you get with Reno. It is the second best city in Nevada, behind Las Vegas. Also home to a minor league baseball team, the Reno Aces, because they want to be like Nevada, so they get the Aces, the cards. It's probably near Area 51, I would guess.
That's a plus.
I'm guessing it's also in the desert, which is just the B tier of terrains.
Of biomes.
But I think what makes Reno stand apart is its proximity to Vegas and its proximity to Area 51, which may or may not exist.
I mean, they're in the same state, so that's close enough. I'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
Area 51 definitely exists. We just don't know what's in there. Right?
Yes. Yeah,
Sure.
to my knowledge, I believe that's true.
All right, Samuel, bring us home.
All right. For my George Washington, I'm going with Cincinnati, Ohio. It's probably not the first place you think of. When you think of Ohio, you probably think of like a Columbus or a Cleveland. But I've been there once, I think. I don't remember much about it. I think it had a bridge that went over the Ohio River.
They have giant bridges, and they're like 3 layers.
Yeah. That's right. Okay,
That's
I
dope.
did. Yeah, I do remember that. I can't remember if it was this area of Ohio or somewhere else, but I know that it has a pretty close proximity to the world's largest bell. No, second largest bell.
Okay.
So, second largest bell for the second B tier city. That's what I'd say.
Skyline
It was just-
Chili.
Yeah,
That's in
it's got some
Cincinnati.
chili.
Hey, I like Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati is A tier, but that's just me.
Okay,
Uh,
that could be
Cleveland.
your take.
Cleveland's
That's
A
fair.
tier.
Cleveland,
yeah.
I've been to both.
Columbus.
If you want to go B tier, you need to do what city in Ohio is the you need to do
Toledo?
Canton,
Oh.
Ohio. Now that's a B
Good
tier
pick.
right there.
Shout out to all our listeners from Canton.
That's right.
We know you're listening. All right, guys, that is our Mount Rushmore for the week. We'll be back next Monday with another Mount Rushmore. And guess what? Aaron's sticking around again He's a big
That's
fan.
right.
Big fan of the show. Too Hot to Handle.
I wouldn't say big fan.
Well,
I'd say moderate fan.
I'd say big fan. So we'll be back tomorrow. TV time. Aaron's gonna be telling us about this hot new show that we're 3 weeks late, or maybe like more than 3 weeks late.
We're 4 or 5 weeks.
4 or 5 weeks late.
That's okay.
But we wouldn't know about it. Aaron's gonna tell us about it.
That's right, I am.
Hopefully, Cooper doesn't make the thumbnail too provocative. I'll monitor that, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, fellas.